it's there for. Um, the last episode, I was kind of like happy, motivated, wanting to do so much, wanting to learn so much. But I feel like I should kind of like tell the truth, to be really honest. Self improvement is not for the weak, to be honest. Self improvement is something you, when you try to undertake it, you will be looked at in a very weird light. Like, people will watch you and find you strange for the mere fact that you want to improve yourself. Because it would then become something like a you versus them. Yeah. When you start doing self improvement, especially to like the extent that I do in it, where you delete all your social media and you just focus on learning and really working towards your goals, you'll start to realize a lot of things that just not making any sense. Yeah. You start to realize that the attention span of the normal human being is so mediocre, and it not even making sense. How can you not focus on something for more than 5 minutes, more than 10 minutes? You telling me you can't watch an hour's worth of content, 2 hours worth of content if it's not some magie you watching on, like something that not making any sense. Unless it's not anything that not making sense, you cannot watch it. To watch a video of somebody explaining how they began working on themselves, so you can learn from that. You telling me you cannot watch that for 2 hours, an hour? You cannot listen to somebody speak for an hour? And I used to be like, but why I cannot talk to people and them type of thing? Like, the type of friends I used to have, like we never really had conversations per se. It was always kind of like you talking, and then they would interrupt you to start talking about something that not even really making sense. And then if you say not making sense, then you just being an asshole, right? But it not making sense. I used to be called arrogant because like I never saw a majority of what people was talking about making any sense. Yeah. Because I've always been an analytical person. I've always tried to look at things in a sense where, how would this make sense? Why does this work like this? Why is it so? And in the world nowadays, it's almost like you're not supposed to try and figure out why certain things work the way they work, or why are things the way they are. They just want you to just accept everything that come into your way. It scares me, to be honest. I feel like I don't even belong. I'm not part of anything that's going on, because I refuse to accept just waking up every morning and go to a job that I don't like, just to buy a house, to buy a car, to make a family, and then die. I refuse to live like that. And it's like you wanting not to live like that, there's something wrong with you. How is there something wrong with me for wanting more? How is there something wrong with me for having ambitions? There's something wrong with me wanting to know how to fight. Why? So supposing, okay, I don't know how to fight. I make a family, right? My family under attack. How am I supposed to defend the family that I cannot? I never learn how to fight. If you never learn how to fight, how are you supposed to defend your family? How? You never learn to fight. You never learn to shoot. You never learn any defense. How are you supposed to defend? And it's like you're supposed to just be okay with not being able to fight or not being aggressive. Or it's like when you trying to be a man, like people watching you on the side, like why you want to do that? Why you feel like you feel the need for you to be able to defend yourself? Why? Just go and drink some rum. Let's go and party. That's what I'm making sense to them. Everything is a party. My country is the country that consuming the most alcohol in the Caribbean. But we have the most problems in my opinion. It's like so many things does be happening, right? They does have some gun violence here, right? And all I see in these guys that in gang and all them thing and that have all these social problems and everything. You know why they like that? It's because they suffering. Trust me. Any normal fella, any normal partner would not choose to be in a gang. He will not choose to be in a gang. He will not choose to put his life at risk every day for something he doesn't even really believe in. If he was not suffering. These guys have it worse than I do. At least I have my family. At least I have somebody try and look after me. When these guys wake up, you know they have to think where they going to eat, what they going to eat today. Why is that? And we have all these social problems, all these things going on, and everybody just stuck in their phone, and nobody really trying to solve these problems. And the way to solve that problem is very simple. If you want to stop all crime in a country, feed everybody. Just feed everybody. Just make sure everybody eating at least 3 meals a day. You think anybody will want to go and risk themselves going to jail when they getting fed every day and the people in jail getting fed every day? So they'll just go and commit a crime just so. And it's like when you speaking about these things, something wrong with you. You're not supposed to say that. Why am I not supposed to say that? Why is like we have to hide these things? Why we have to hide it? Why? And then when you asking the why, nobody don't want to answer you. I getting fed up with that, man. I getting fed up of them pushing that mediocre existence. You're supposed to just live a mediocre life, make children and die. That's what you all want us to do. Why? Why can't you have more ambition? It's like you okay. You think it's a joke? I dare you. You watching the video, I dare you. Get up, go to like any bar or any social gathering. Stop somebody and say, hey, I want to be an astronaut. Watch them laugh in your face and tell you that is impossible. Why is it impossible? Someone else has achieved it. So why should it be impossible? You might tell me, oh, okay, somebody who actually like legitimately cares and feels like that should you should be capable of doing that. They will ask you, why haven't you taken the steps to go in that direction? In my country, people find you wanting to be a YouTuber as something that is impossible. A YouTuber, somebody who literally just takes a camera, press record, and talk and post it. They find that impossible. Like, you're not supposed to be able to do that. Why everything seeming so impossible and people have achieved it? If something has been achieved, thereby it is not impossible. So why always push the agenda? Why always make somebody feel like it is impossible to achieve certain things? And then they want to just put you in like a bracket of finding a job, and that's your entire purpose in life. Just to look for a job that you don't even like, you don't even enjoy doing, but you have to do it because you have a family to take care of. You have things you have to do. You want to go and buy clothes and shoes and all these things. They'll never tell you go and plant some food. They'll never tell you that. Learn how to plant a tree. Learn how to. They'll never tell you that. They'll tell you go and look for a job. And I'm not saying people who tell you go look for a job, or people who actually want you to like go and find some sort of income app is wrong. There's nothing wrong with these people. Not really. Because the thing about it is they themselves don't really understand what really going on. Why? Okay, think about it. Why should I, instead of build my own empire, build someone else's empire for my entire life for a pension, a monthly payment? I'm not even a millionaire when I die. I work for you my entire life. I cannot even become a millionaire. I cannot even comfortably live. And you're supposed to just be okay with that and not ask any questions. And that's just normal life. Normality. The new normality. You know what normal looking like to me nowadays? Really and truly, what normal looking like to me nowadays? I'm looking outside and I just seen a bunch of freaking zombies. Everybody just on their phone like, especially where I from. Oh man, everything that trending, that is everybody's new favorite thing. I had a friend of mine, right? I'm not going to mention his name, just because like, even if what he does is kind of strange, but I still go like put him on blast like that. I observed his behavior over a couple months. Like, I used to always hear him say, "Oh, that's my favorite song," and then his favorite song always used to change. And then I used to say like, "But I having favorite songs, and my favorite songs being my favorite song for like years, just because like I like that style of music, or I like that favorite." And after some time, I stopped having favorite songs. I just like music on a whole. Like, I have a strange discography of music that I like. Strange, because it's not like something people around me generally listen to, right? So I was listening to him and saying like, "That's my favorite song. That's my favorite song." And you know what I realized? His favorite song would always be the new song that became popular. That would always be his favorite song. The new song that became popular, or the new song that everybody talking about. That's his favorite song. And that's somebody like always in a party, always drinking alcohol. The worldly definition of happy. It does just baffle me sometimes, man. Like I bet in you, I record for like 15 minutes here. I feel like going probably up to 25 just to test the theory, right? Of how distraught people are and how much like your attention span is dead, yo. Like you cannot pay attention to anything. We consuming so much short form content like shorts, YouTube shorts, TikTok, Instagram reels, and that's what some people, that's what they watch the entire day. They find you watching a full length YouTube video to be weird. Why? You, if you think it's a joke, oi, reading a book, right? So I have a little story about that, right? When I was younger, I used to read a lot of books, right? Because like my mother always told me while she was pregnant with me, she read to me a lot. So like she used to pick up a book and read it to me. Like it was like some like her bonding with me before I was born. So then I picked up the habit of reading books. You know what happened when I went to primary school and I was reading books? They found me strange. I used to get like picked on for reading. Like, why you reading? Stop that. Why? Just so you reading? You reading a book? Why you doing that? Stop that. Why? You, it's like trying to find knowledge, trying to like intelligence. Intelligence is frowned upon in my country. If you reading books and them type of thing like to the masses, you're not making sense. Oh, you reading, you're not making sense. Why you reading? Just so you reading? Just so you reading a book? You telling me that what are you doing there? Just so you reading it? Just so you reading a book? That's normal. That's normal. It's normal for people to ask you why you reading a book. I went to secondary school, right? When I went to secondary school, I went to two secondary schools. I had to transfer to another one because of some bogus incident that happened with me, and I just started realizing how society actually working, right? But we're not even talking about that story. Transferred, I ended up like because of the place I was, like I wasn't really comfortable. So I started doing the only thing I was really comfortable doing. And that's reading, right? So I read this book called The Call of the Wild. And that's a book about a dog that's like they had a storm and the dog ended up being abandoned. So then he went out in the wild, link up with a bunch of wolves. Like it was a really entertaining story. I read that book every day. Went to school, no class, I was reading that book. Class wasn't making sense or entertaining me, I was reading that book. You know what happened to me? Everybody found like, Mama, me say really strange, just so that man sit down there reading a book. Just so. It's like people used to find it like they never saw the sense in actually stimulating your mind. They thought it was useless to stimulate your mind, to actually have an imagination, to see what you're reading. Fairless if I was reading the Bible or the Quran, they would have said, Boje, we see have a problem. That's like, and when you constantly seeing stuff like that, and you constantly read, but hey, like, something wrong, man. There's something wrong. You telling me the only thing what people find normal is mediocrity? That's what you find in normal? That's how you want to live your life? When you talk about being a millionaire, right? Because okay, I can't even talk about like wanting to be a millionaire again, because you're a millionaire, you still don't have enough money to live comfortably. If you're a millionaire, you can't stop at a million. You cannot stop at a million. You have to be like a billionaire to actually live comfortably. Do anything you want, go anywhere you want to go, them type of thing, right? You're talking about just reaching a millionaire. And people find that so impossible. Like, you want to be how you going to do that? Why you want to be a millionaire? They're asking you why you want to be a millionaire. Why you don't want to just go and find a job, work for the rest of your life, on a weekend go and drink some alcohol? That's they're asking you why you don't want that life instead of being a millionaire. At this point, man, like I just felt like this morning I just had to express what that was on my mind, because I not sleeping. I I like it just weird you. Like it's strange. And people finding you strange for having ambition, yo. That's why I say, like, in the beginning, if you're not strong mentally, self-improvement is not for you. If you're somebody that like people that like to be liked by people, self-improvement is not for you. Because I telling you, it's like a lonely road, man. It's a lonely road. Like, you will only find companionship in people like you. You will only find, like, you want to be around the people you look up to, the people who have you on that journey, the people that helping you through that journey. I i i feeling like I can't even help anybody that was my friends. I can't help them. Why? Because they're going to end up just dragging me back to the same place I was before. And then I realizing, like, yo, that's exactly what has been happening to me constantly, over and over and over again, yo. And it's not to say like they're literally telling it to you. Just the mere fact that you are around them going to drag you back down to the same place you was before. Because that's the type of person they became friends with. If you want to change your life and you have friends at a certain point in time, you have to drop them away. And that's not saying like they're bad people or anything like that. But you can't be friends with them because they were friends with you when you were that person in your life. You cannot be friends with them and want to improve. They will drag you back down. There's a saying, you are, no. There's two sayings, in fact. I was saying that you are what you eat, but that saying I will talk about it in another video, because but remember, they're always telling people, show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. And I always used to believe, oh, that's bogus, man. You can be friends with anybody. You can have anybody as your friend, right? But then when I really sit and think about it, these people who are your friends at a certain point in your life, they became friends with the person you were at that certain point in your life. I have acquaintances who I actually look up to, right? Intelligent people I speak to. But you know what happened? We're not friends. Why? Because, yeah, we can have an intelligent conversation, but the friends I have now, or the friends I had at that point in time, would not be able to mesh well with these other people, because they can't have an intelligent conversation like that. And it's not to say like I calling these people dumb. I'm just saying your level of thinking, especially if like you the person in that friend group that everybody does just find weird, like why me see like that? But then they can't stop being your friend. They will not stop being your friend. But they always finding something strange about you. Yo, there's something wrong, man. You need to get out of that. If you're constantly realizing in your life what that going on, why you not making any progress, you need to drop these people, guys. Drop them. Because guess what? I disappear for a few days there. I recently I was trying to get in contact with somebody, right? Because that's one of the like intelligent people. I was trying to get in contact with them. So I ended up downloading WhatsApp back. Right? I never save nobody number. I never look at anybody messages. I just message a person. You know what I realized? None of these friends check on me. None of these friends message me. None of these friends call me. It's like I was never existing to them in the first place. Your friend would be worried about you. Your friend would be like, hey, have a little while I see that person. Oh, have a little while I see John. Let me check on John. Your friend. These other people that claim to be your friend, that only your friend when you're drinking alcohol, or only your friend when you're smoking weed, only your friend when they insulting you and making it seem like that's just jokes. These people are not your friends, man. These people are leeches in your life. You need to get rid of these people. And when you speak like that, you're a bad person, right? When you have these types of ideas, you're a bad person. They're always making it seem like you're a bad person for thinking like that. But you know what? I'm tired of being the good person, to be honest. The good people not making any progress in life. The good people are the people who go to school, get a job, put their money in a bank, buy a house, make children and die. That's the good people life. I don't want the good people life. And there's nothing wrong with me for wanting a better life. There's nothing wrong with me for actually wanting some wealth. Not riches, wealth. So when I finally close my eyes, for me not to be like my father, there's nothing wrong with that. So when I close my eyes, for me to leave something on this earth for the person after me, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what men used to do. There's a reason why men had to go to war. Had to do this. You had no choice. You had no choice. And all of a sudden now, it's like, oh, it's okay. You can cry. You can be soft. They want us to be soft. Why? That's mental games, man. Mental games are it. Today, tomorrow, shit pop off. You telling me you'll call a man that's soft to defend you? A man that crying all the time. I'm not saying like if you crying as a man, there's something wrong with you. Probably something paining you. But it's not okay to be soft, bruh. Like, that's a lie. It's not okay for a man to just be emotional all the time. That's a lie, we. You have to be logical. That's how men are. We logical. You have to assess the situation and take action. You cannot feel. Because you know what happens when you feel? Other men will take action. That's exactly what is going to happen.
Where you put this up?
Over there. You're going to step into a video that's going on YouTube.
I'm sorry. Good morning.
Hello. But yeah, man. A whole half an hour, and I bet you like Majority, 99% of people not even watching that video again. They don't even know that just come there. They never knew anybody would have passed in that video. That's to show you. We screwed, man. We screwed. Think for yourself for once, people. Think for yourself. That's why you have a brain. It's not to just be inactive in the world. You're supposed to want more. Episode 4. I hope you all can deal with it.